Hi, everyone. This is Shirley from Shirley's World. And hopefully I'll get some people in here to talk to. This is my Thursday 4 o'clock tea time chat. I have my tea and I'm here. I put an announcement that I was going to be on through YouTube like 3 o'clock. So I don't know if it doesn't go out when I put it on or if it just goes out when I'm on, which makes no sense whatsoever. I'll just wait a few minutes. I ran across a good thing that I had put on either my blog or I think it was Facebook. I think I found it on Facebook Memories. You know, they show you what you've had. Hi, Cafe Lily. Hi. You got here early this time. Yeah, I just came on. Yeah, I just ran across this that is very suitable for right now. And I'm going to tell it to my daughter because she's having trouble with anxiety. I've had anxiety problems for a long time. Yeah, you made it. This says depression and anxiety and panic attacks are not a sign of weakness. They are signs of having tried to remain strong for way too long. And I think that's a really good thing to think about right now when I think everybody is probably going through a lot of anxiety because of the pandemic. But hopefully, I just read or just came across the TV a little while ago that I think Ohio just bought 2 million, maybe I have the numbers wrong. It could be 20 million vials of the vaccine because I'm due to be eligible to get it on the 25th of January. Right now, they're supposed to be doing 85-year-olds and up, and they are having trouble getting it. So there is a problem getting the vaccines in. So the state of Ohio just bought a whole bunch of vaccine. So hopefully that'll make a difference. Yeah, anxiety is really bad on your body. I mean, it does horrible things to you. So, and it's hard to say don't be anxious or don't worry, because that just doesn't work, you know. But I think meditating a little bit, getting enough sleep, and I have something on my phone and my computer called Calm. It's an it's an app. It's free, and it's really good. You just take 5 to 10 to 15 minutes a day and turn it on, and it does seem to calm you down a lot. So it's a good thing to try if you haven't seen that. Did you see where Michigan lost 21? Yes. Yes, it was something about they had too many shipped to a nursing home, and then they had decided to ship it out. I think there was like 900 vials or something I had heard, unless this is another one. and when they went to ship it out to the other nursing home, they found out that hadn't been stored at the right temperature. Yeah. So that was a big waste. But I would think the pharmaceutical companies would be, spitting this stuff out like crazy. And there's 2 more coming online, going to be producing it within a month or so. So a lot of people have changed their minds about getting it. It went from only less than 50% were going to thinking of getting it to now it's 2/3 of the people, at least in Ohio. I think that was an Ohio number, want to get it. And maybe when they found out it was limited, maybe that made them panic and think they better get it when they can. I have my, the Cleveland Clinic has a thing called My Chart, and you sign up there and they have all your information, and they will let you know when you're eligible and where to go. So, but right now it's age 85 and up. And school teachers, that's another one that are getting, so they can keep the kids in school. So the teachers don't get sick, and then they won't have enough teachers, and then the kids can't go to the regular school. I think a lot of the nursing homes have been getting it regularly. I don't know what the percentages are, but they've already moved up into the next class. So hopefully it keeps going. I hope, I think Dr. Fauci is on the TV right now talking about the 100 million in 100 days being given, and he thinks it's possible. So I certainly hope so. Yes, first responders, healthcare workers, and now the elderly. Yeah, they're going to, normal people do not have access yet. No, not yet. Hi, Sue. Sue, I'm trying not to open my mouth much or smile at all. Because I even thought of putting a mask on. I wouldn't have to put it over my nose. I just have to put it over my mouth. But it really looked kind of dumb and muffled my voice. So I just will try not to smile at all. Yeah. I ran across a book that I'm going to, I was going to give it to my daughter. I don't know if you read this, Sue, The Shack. Came out a long time ago. I forget what year, 2007, when it was newly out, and I read it. And this is just a paperback, and it's in terrible shape, so I must have carried this along with me lots of places and read it. So, I mean, it's not in good enough condition to sell. I want to reread it before I give it to my daughter. And I don't know if she'll read it or not, but I do want to reread it. So, yeah, it's just us so far. Well, the thing is, Cafe Lily, is I lost another tooth. It was the one, if I had to lose any of the 5, it was the one that I wanted to lose first. It was the one that looked like a fang. So, anyway, by the time I ever get to the oral surgeon to get this all done, because I don't want to go until I've been vaccinated. Who knows? I may be losing all my teeth by then. Dexter is right here next to me on the couch. I fed him most of his dinner, so I hope he'll be satisfied. Anyway, I had a couple notes here. I'll see if Bumblebee's going to come, and then I'll talk about the Poshmark thing. My daughter's one of her oldest cats, I think she was 18. She was a beautiful Siamese cat. Her one and only Siamese. She bought it from a breeder way back 18 years ago. This cat was 18 years old. She got it as a tiny kitten. It was a, I forget what color it was. Seal point, I think. It was a seal point. It was gorgeous as a young kitten. It was almost white with almost black and bright blue eyes. And as they get older, they turn the color that they're supposed to be, like the seal points sort of turn a brownish. But it finally went to the Rainbow Bridge yesterday or day before yesterday. Yeah. So she was in not good shape. But she went to the barn and was with her horse, and so that helped her. Undercover yard sale. Hi. There's a movie of The Shack. Oh, I didn't ever see the movie. I was going to look up to see if there's an Audible book that I can listen to. Because, this printing has gotten much smaller since I first read this book. Funny how that happens. So it's not going to be easy to read. So that's why I thought maybe I'll look to see if there's an Audible out on it. Yeah. Another thing, I wanted to put some different things. I'm on Instagram a little bit, but I don't know how to do a lot of things on it. And a lot of things I just can't get around on it easily. So I looked at a couple tutorials for beginners about Instagram. And half the things that they're showing isn't like my screen on my phone. And I think maybe they've changed it or updated it this year. And it says like the little camera's up on the left top. It's not there. So I don't know. I have to listen to these tutorials more so I get... It's been the hardest little app I've ever had to learn. I don't know what makes it so difficult, but it's difficult for me. Maybe it's just my age. But there's a lot of resellers that put every day they put their big stack of things that are going out that day. And I thought, well, that's funny. I should put my one thing. So I'm thinking, well, maybe that would be good because it's sort of depressing if you are a real small seller and you don't sell much and they're putting these big stacks of 15 to 20 things that go out every morning. And you have one thing or no things or two things, So I think I'm going to start just taking a picture every day and putting on what I mail out every day. It'll be, sometimes it's, could be a lot for me. It's like 5 or 6 things in a day. Can't you get comfortable there? Lay down. There's nothing up there for you. I have cookies in my pocket, and that's what he smells. Sit down. So he's going to just sit here next to me. He's right here. He's going to sit here, right here next to me. Don't burp online. And because he can smell these, you know what. Oh, you're going to lay right on my lap? Thank you. You know, I decided, first I had it every day. My Roomba vacuum sweeper. I thought, well, maybe I'll turn it on because you can schedule when you want it to come on. So on the app on your phone, you can schedule. So I had it scheduled every day at 7:30 in the morning. Because that's about the time I get up, but I never get downstairs for an hour. So that gives it the hour it needs to do these 3 rooms. That's all it can do unless I lift it up 2 steps to go further. You know, I can't climb the steps. So I thought, well, I'll wake up and have a really clean, no hair rooms here, at least for a day or so. So that's what I did. Well, Dexter sometimes comes down here and sleeps in this room. Well, as soon as my Roomba, I name him Niles, as soon as Niles going to start, he plays a tune. It's a little tune he plays. And he knows exactly what that means, that the sweeper is going to come out, and he doesn't like it. So as soon as it starts, he comes right up and jumps up on my bed, if he's not already up there. So every morning at 7:30, but that seemed to be too much. I didn't really need it every single day. So it's on every other day. It vacuums for me. So I have to make sure I pick up the really loose throw rugs and all his toys that can cause a problem. So yeah, I hope he doesn't drool on my lap. Yeah. He's making you dizzy. Stop now. I guess he's going to paw me the whole time. Shoot. Let me turn you around here. I don't want to dump my tea. It's right here by my computer. Okay. The other thing, I went on Rockstar Flipper. He's giving out a free spreadsheet that's all fixed for the type of things that we sell. And so I downloaded that, okay. And then I wrote to Rockstar and I says, well, I have over 1,500 things in my inventory. Do I have to put, how do I get that all on here? He says you'll have to manually put it on. Well, right. I cannot manually list 1,550 some things on the spreadsheet. I wouldn't get anything else done in my life for months. So then he is, the very next video I think he put out, he is working with a couple that invented or made this spreadsheet. It's called My Seller Genie. I think that's the name of it. My Seller Genie. I wrote it down here. My Reseller Genie. And supposedly, I haven't looked at it yet. And I'm sure it costs something. I don't know how much yet. It's supposed to be able to upload your entire eBay inventory itself. There's a big tutorial about it that I have to go watch, and I'll let you know next time if that's true and how much it costs. Because if you get it through Rockstar's YouTube channel, you can get a little bit off, so I know it costs something. In the meantime, he had, I don't know if any of you that resell knows who Mark II is, T-E-W. He has a site and runs a business called Not Your Dad's CPA. And he's a certified public accountant, and he specializes in reselling people that are on online sales. And that's what he specializes in. So almost everybody that I watch on YouTube, the resellers, they always have him on right around this time of year. You know, people thinking about getting things together for taxes. And so he has a thing that he sells, of course, and it's not cheap, but it's called Tax Academy, the Tax Academy. Well, right now, it was like for these 3 days, the last 3 days, there was $100 off on it. So I meant to buy it last year. I didn't buy it last year. So I did buy it this year, and I've just started to watch it. And with that, you get to contact him anytime by phone, you know, or by email and ask your questions. So I thought, I have to do something. I mean, this is crazy that it makes me so anxious. Just another thing that makes me anxious, getting things together for taxes. Because the tax guy that does my taxes lives in Florida. He used to live here. He was one of my husband's good friends. And I'm not even sure if he's a CPA or just a tax guy, or if he's an accountant, because there's different. An accountant is different than a CPA. Anyway, and it depends on what they specialize too. You know, not all people doing taxes, not all CPAs are familiar with online business. So that's why I downloaded this Tax Academy, and now I'll be able to ask my questions that I have. And it's not even for you to do your own taxes, because I'm not going to do my own taxes. My regular personal taxes are way too confusing for me to do taxes. This is just for my reselling. That's all. I don't have trouble getting the other stuff together, because I just have a box, and everything that the bank sends you, everything people send you that needs to be saved for tax purposes, I throw in the box. And then I sort of know some of the things to get together for my business, like write-offs. I know what write-offs I can use. And I sort of get those together and figure those out. And hopefully just send all the stuff priority mail down to my tax guy. Boy, the sun is going to be a problem, I see. And he'll call me back if he needs something else. And I know I'm going to owe because, well, I always owe, but I hope I don't owe too much, because I sold a property in Florida, And I think it was just around the change of the year. I don't think it was in 2019. I think it was in this year. I think it was like in January. So I don't think it's going to be pretty. Oh, you just looked. The basic Genie is $29.99. Is that a month? Is that, I hope it's not a week. A month? Probably a month. That would be nice if it was, that was the flat price. The premium is $39.99. There's some monthly things that I may quit. And I may quit List Perfectly. That's about $30 a month. Bumblebee's been trying to get me to quit that for a while. Different features for each plan. Yeah, I'll have to go on and really look at that. I have to have the one that automatically will, upload my eBay inventory, because that's why I would get it. Because if I don't get it for that, I would just use Rockstar Flipper's regular spreadsheet. But right now I use a bookkeeping book that I don't even keep it correctly because I'm not a bookkeeper. I don't understand a lot of the terminology in bookkeeping. I should have taken that in school, but I didn't take any business courses because I was going to be a nurse. You take college prep courses, and it didn't include the business courses like bookkeeping or anything. Things that I could really use. Yeah. So, yeah, my reseller Genie. I'm anxious to see about that. It's about everything except about the Poshmark thing. I don't know if Bumblebee is going to come on or not today. There's a thing going on Facebook a lot that talks about the sharing on Poshmark, why a lot of people quit Poshmark, and it's mostly because of that reason. And it's a whole thing about virtual assistants, okay? And there's this company, whatever it is, I don't even know the name of it, some sort of a company that has all these virtual assistants, and they're supposed to be real people. This is not supposed to be bots, but I would have to go on and get more information about it. I'm not doing anything on Poshmark right now, and it's because I'm not sharing. You have to share to make any sales whatsoever. So it's either quit Poshmark and forget about it, or try this virtual assistant thing, which is going to cost money. So I don't know how much it costs yet either, because I haven't really looked into it that much. But if I can quit some of the other things that I get monthly, I may be able to do it. And then if it turns out to be bots, and which I certainly hope it wouldn't be, and you get kicked off of Poshmark, what would be the difference? I mean, if I get kicked off of Poshmark or quit Poshmark, I don't know. I may try to do a little bit more on Mercari or Etsy. I have a few things. I could put any of my antiques and stuff like that on Etsy. It does better, I think, over on Etsy than it does on eBay. So I do have an Etsy account, and I have a Mercari account too, so I should just try it. You're being a real pain, you know? But that's about all I had to say today. And the sun is shining right in my eyes. But I have to say, it's been a beautiful day. This afternoon we had it got really windy for a while. If I sit here, I'll be in the shade. It got really windy, and Dexter got really nervous. Stop bumping this. And that's dumb. It may be up. Oh, way over here. It's right exactly where I'm sitting. You know, wouldn't you know it? So I spent the whole day yesterday. Actually, the day before yesterday, I'm trying to list 10 things a day. These aren't new things. These are things that I'm ending, redoing the whole listing and putting back on. They're like new listings, supposedly. So I have noticed that I'm selling things that I am doing this to. So at least I'm having a sale or two every day. But I was putting 10 things on a day. So the day before yesterday, I knew the inaugural was yesterday and I wanted to watch it. So I drafted like almost 10 more things. So I actually listed 20 things, but I put 10 in draft. So I just had to put them active in the morning. So it looked like 10 more things. Then I got to take the day off yesterday, mostly. So I watched the whole inaugural and everything and all the pomp and circumstance and all the, they had a concert at night with a lot of singers. And see, Lady Gaga did the national anthem. And J-Lo sang a couple songs. And then at the end, what was it? Garth Brooks. He sang Amazing Grace. And that's how the inaugural ended with that. But anyway, I think I'll close for now. I don't think Bumblebee's going to come. She'll have to watch us later. I'm sure she won't want me doing the Poshmark thingy. But I know, I mean, I've been on Poshmark long enough that I know that I'm not going to be doing all this sharing. I mean, Poshmark does not give me joy. eBay, at least I like it. I like to do it. I'd like to get more sales. It really gives me satisfaction and joy when I make a lot of sales. I don't know, Poshmark just doesn't do that for me. Of course, I'm not making any sales either, but it's so work intensive. And yeah, people say just lay on the couch and share on your phone. I don't want to do that. So it's just not for me, I don't think. I'd rather have something like it works like eBay, and that's what Etsy and Mercari is more like eBay. I started reselling for a basic reason, and it was for to help me pay for the board of my horses. That's not why I originally started. I just started it long time ago. I think my first selling on eBay was back in 2003. That's how long ago. And I would sell a few things that I had, and then I wouldn't be on for quite a while. And then I'd be on if I found some more things. And then at one time I was a Mary Kay consultant. And when I quit doing that, I sold off all my inventory and did it for that for a while. And then I remember, Sue, we had the scrapbooking thing. You kept up with it and did cards, but I quit it and I sold a lot of my scrapbooking stuff. I'm still selling paper. And then, I found a lot of silver coins that had been my my husband's parents. When we cleaned out their house after they died, we found a huge bank bag, those canvas bank bags, full of silver coins, dimes, quarters, half dollars, and silver dollars. So I started to sell those. I started selling one at a time. I was selling those for a long time. I mean, I didn't make a tremendous amount per week or per day or anything. But by the time it ended, I had made a good amount. And then what was the next thing I went on and sold? That might have been, after that, I might have gotten started with the eBay that I have now, going to the thrift stores and buying things and selling. So I think from about 2009 or 10 or 13, whatever it is, I've been selling the eBay stuff that I sell now. And it's come down to mostly clothes. What I've noticed is the clothes sellers, most of them are deciding to give up selling clothes and going on to selling other things. So I don't know. They're finding that they're making more money selling miscellaneous items. You have to watch like Nick and Andrea's channel. They're from the UK. As to what I mean, they make a full-time living doing that. So does what was the guy's name? It wasn't Hungry Tornado. Angry Tornado. Whatever his name is. You know who I mean. And Garage Flips. They sell miscellaneous stuff. And they make full-time livings doing it. So I'm never going to make a full-time living doing these clothes. But I do it, and it's hard to change because it's what's familiar to me. It's what's familiar to list. And when I go to list something different, it takes me so much longer. Even just a book or anything takes so much longer to list because it's just not familiar to me. But anyway, I'm sort of in between knowing what to do. I'll probably always sell on eBay. But I'm not buying anything right now. I would like to sell down my inventory down to a more manageable amount. I'd like to get under 1,000 items in my store. So I'd have to sell 500 items. I don't know if I'll live that long. So that's it for today. You can't stop selling clothes. What would you do with all your tubs of clothes? Well, what you do when you quit a business, Michelle wouldn't want me to do this because she wants to sometime learn to do this and take over this. But what you do is you notify people that buy inventory. And there's plenty, Rockstar Flipper being one of them. And you just box it up and send boxes of inventory, and I think they pay per piece of inventory. Not much, probably like $1 a piece or something. It's not much, but maybe not even that. Oh, I sold a tie this past week, and when I went up to get the tie, I thought, I wonder how many ties my inventory says I have, because I have a huge amount of ties. So I came down and looked in my store, or looked in my inventory. It says I have 57 ties. I had 58, but I sold one. 57, it says. Well, I knew I had a lot more than that. So I went upstairs and I counted my ties. I have 80 ties. So look how many aren't listed. So I did go online on eBay or Amazon, I think Amazon, and bought some tie holders because how I have them slung over my clothes rack isn't getting it. Every time I go through them, they fall on the floor. So I got these little round, they spin around hooks, and you hang them on a thing, but they hang on to the ties better. So we'll see how they work. They didn't cost much at all. Yeah, my house would be empty because I sold all my furniture or got rid of it. It went mostly to the junk. Well, we could go furniture shopping. Yeah. I'd have a bare front room. I'd have a bare living room or parlor, they call it. A bare den. Right. I could buy 2 full rooms of furniture. That would be kind of fun. Because you also, if you quit doing this, you'd also have to sell, your lighting equipment. You'd have a lot to sell. If the virus ever went away, yeah. I don't know. I wonder where we'll be this time next year. I hope in a much better place. And I hope I'll have teeth. I keep seeing the ad for that Clear Choice. Do you have that ad on TV, Sue? Clear Choice? It's where you go in and you do all this stuff they have a whole clinic and you work with their dentists and it's all done in one place. And of course it involves putting posts in, and then these sets of teeth are then screwed in, but they're not one tooth at a time. It's like a set of tops and a set of bottoms, and they're screwed into these posts, and you have like perfect teeth. So I don't know. I figure I've already paid for a set now. I'll try this and see. And if it's horrible, I can't get used to it, I may just look into that. I know, I have no idea how much it costs. It probably costs a fortune. Yeah. Anyway, I will close for now and see you on Sunday. And I believe Sunday for sure I will be having a what sold video. I think I'll have enough things by then. And I will see you then at 4 o'clock, because since we lost the football game with Kansas City, unfortunately, we're no longer in the playoffs. There'll be no football game. So at 4 o'clock on Sunday, I will be back. Amy has her bottom dentures like that. You can put your plate in with your my partial doesn't fit anymore. That was a long time ago, that partial. Or you mean my new? No, I can't have that because I've lost way too many more teeth. I had a partial on the bottom, remember? Is that what you're talking about? That I couldn't get used to. Yeah, I can see where people would get that done on the bottom, because that's the hardest one to get used to. Then you could put your plate in with your, I don't know. I don't even want to think about it until it's time to go. Better have a plate of cookies on decks. Yeah. Well, I did feed him. He's laying over here now. I did I did feed him before we came on, but he smelled the cookies in my pocket. That's the problem. That wasn't such a good idea. So I will be back on Sunday at 4 o'clock. So come visit me. And bye for now.